story, then self-publish it. Last but not least, share it across the Americas. Let's go, let's get it. One person can affect many. My question is, why not let that person be you? Bam, 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 books and money, books and money. Bam, 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 books and money, books and money. Bam, 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 books and money, books and money. Bam, 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 books and money, books and money. Bam, bam, bam.
Hey guys, welcome to the Books and Money podcast with Charlette. I'm super excited that you are tuning in, and I'm also excited about our special guest that we are bringing on today, you guys. So if you don't know, Books and Money is birthed from actually just sharing people's stories of transformation and how they are impacting other people's lives, and also has another form of income stream for them. So I always tell people, hey, you're leaving money on the table if you do not have a book. So the person that we're bringing on today, Miss Michelle Boulden, she is a powerful woman that I had the pleasure of meeting last year at this wonderful retreat called She Achieved. And you guys, we just connected and had some similarities on some topics. And I would like to definitely bring her on, and she's going to share more about what she has going on in her life right now as far as all her books and how she's making impact in her community, right? So Books and Money is all about making impact. So without further ado, Michelle, welcome.
Hey. Well, thank you, Charlotte, for having me on the BAM, Books and Money. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. And I really like for, the guests when you come on is to share your introduction of how, who you are and what all you do.
So again, thank you, audience. And this is an amazing platform. I would say, as Charlotte said, we met at She Achieves. Last year, we had a ball about, some connections, some things about, first of all, one of the things is I'm a lover of people. I actually, in my professional role, I am a substance abuse counselor and all types of other things. I'm a small business owner where I do a mind, body, and soul impact on helping people transform, work through different things from the mind, body, and soul, because I feel if one of those things are not aligned, something else is going to trigger down into that. So one of the things is that I use therapeutic sessions, teach about herbs, teach about a whole lot of things, transpersonal counseling, just to give the person breathe, a space to breathe. I'm a sound technician sound who does sound healing as well. But my greatest thing is I love to transform and see people transform. I get a high off of that. So when a lot of my clients come to me, they be like, Ms. Hammond, you helped me through that. That's how I get energized, when I know that the work that you do. So whatever you do, make sure it impacts. And if it's an impact, don't let it be that derogatory impact, but let it be that powerful impact that it'll resonate, because that's what we're supposed to be here for. So.
Yes, I love it, guys. You can see why I brought her on today. All about healing, and like she said, I was actually a guest on her podcast as well. She has a podcast that she didn't mention, because I know she does so much, because there's so many avenues to make an impact. So we're gonna peel back the layers, but I saw a post that you posted about a new book. And I was like, oh my God, I know she just launched a book in October. And so I'm like, let's go. And it's definitely inspiring, right? So Michelle definitely has inspired me. So let's talk about the new book.
So yes, this new book, and before I even get into this new book, as I said, you have to have transformation. So for me, writing is the go-to for me. Journaling is the go-to for me. As well, I had shared with Charlotte beforehand, before even coming here. I could have said no, but I didn't, because again, I want to make that impact. Because I recently lost my brother. And this is how I transform because there's other stuff that's all on the back from this. So that was an escape for me because clearly there was some issues. And I will say this, I just want to say this out here too, Charlotte, because of the whole situation. And I'm being very transparent. That's another thing about me. I'm very transparent because I think because I don't want people to be stuck. And I think we should share our stories. So this mind body escape plan is basically a healing regimen for me. Because let me tell you the story. A few weeks ago, we received a call that my brother had passed. Well, I had to do an investigation because, you just can't believe everything that you hear. My son had got the call from somebody else. So we had to put an investigation to come to find out that he was a John Doe in Washington, D.C. coroner's office. So I had to make the connections, had to get my stepfather, which is his father, to make the call. And as I sit here, I was like, I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. Mm-hmm. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye and how things left. And it's not that we didn't try. I try to reach out, but again, you can't make nobody do what they don't want to do. Mm-hmm. Can't make anybody do what they want. But I will say to the audience, out of this, what I've learned, I will say this: don't let your pride take you to your grave. Because the situation, we didn't know he was sick. We didn't know that. I didn't know all of this stuff. When I found out, I had to find out through someone through a GoFund page that this child was sick like he was. And it just had just opened up and let that pride down. And I'm in the healing process. So that's what it gets. So for me, I'm like, I beat myself up by like, why? And I'm a healing person. So how did I do that? So this is how the mind body soul escape plan came. I found a therapeutic escape for healing. I write poetry. So what I did, I wrote a lot of poetry, and this whole thing was puzzling to me. So I actually encrypted a puzzle where you do some words like mindfulness and a crossword puzzle, just all those type of words. And that it's got to bring you healing. One of the things, and I actually will read an expert from it. Radiance of the soul. Through darkness falls, your light will remain, a golden glow through sorrow's rain. In hearts you touch, you softly shine, a love undimmed by space or time, eternal, bright, and still divine. Your kindness lingers in the air, a whisper warming beyond despair. Not lost, but free, your spirit flies, a beacon bright and in the skies, a love that never fades or dies. So that is the radiance of the soul. So that's how I'm going to remember him.
Yeah. So it was birth. Yes, I felt that. So it's birthing. You use your writing, like you said, it's therapeutic to get through this. And I'm just so sorry that you have to experience this. And for the audience that's listening, one of the things she says, she didn't say this, I was thinking this, the push through traumatic, just imagine, but she's still here today to
tell the story.
Yes.
Because somebody, I'm just saying, it's time out for all of this. Families got to get joined back together, really, to be in tune with one another. Again, I'm in the help field. If you was going through all this, you did not have to go through this all alone. You did not have to go through this alone. I would have got you to help. I'm a certified nursing assistant too. I still keep my license. It could have been so many ways if you just had opened up. There is no way that you had to leave this earth alone.
So what would you tell someone who's listening that's in a situation, that's watching this on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and they may feel alone and they don't want to tell nobody that they're going through this horrific, and they need somebody to take care of them, and especially men. I think I hear it mostly from men.
Yes.
What would you tell someone that is watching and they are in a bad predicament, they just don't want to share with anyone?
I just said clearly, when they ask about acknowledgments and, reflections. That is what I'm saying. And it doesn't matter how young or old, because this he's a child, but 37 years old.
Yeah.
There is no way that you should be going from here. And that it's just not. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, just to be severe like you were, no. It just took better care of yourself. But again, if you want to feel like you're giving up, don't give up, because there's a light at the end of this tunnel. It's a light at the end of this tunnel. And I would say, don't let your pride take you to your early grave. Put it that way, your early grave. Speak out, reach out to someone.
And some people may say, I don't have anyone. You have somebody.
You got somebody.
And there's groups. There's a lot of different
supportive
things.
Groups, support groups. Hey, you can get on and call the national number to talk to people. I know for our state here, we have a 211, just to get on the phone and talk to a counselor or somebody to get you through, just to vent. There's something else that I've learned, that is a health, Magellan Health, that you can get online and build a community. Again, write your feelings out. As long as you're getting it out and you go back over that, it'll make you feel good. Trust me, it does. I do it a lot with a lot of the clients. I make them write things. I make them talk about things. And you can't keep this stuff bottled up in you. So that's one of the reasons why this came about with this new book.
And for those of you who are tuning in, it says mind, body, and soul escape plan. So already, Michelle do a lot with the mind, body, and soul. I know she did the sound bowl when we were together last. And but I did feel, like I'm gonna call it Zen. I never really use that word every day, but that's what I felt. And so healing. So mind, body, and soul. Is there like an order to that? Because I think sometimes, I'm gonna talk about me, get confused about the spirit and the soul and all that stuff. And I know they can go deep, but how should we see this healing process with the mind, body, and soul? Is there an order to that, or?
So in your mind, you have to reflect, right? Because this is where they always say, I know you hear this saying, there's a battlefield going on in the mind. The mind is still working when you're asleep. So that's going to be the first essential part. It doesn't even calm down when you sleep. It's still reminiscing. Because think about it. You having those dreams. You having those dreams. So it has to resonate in the mind. Then we go to the soul. How you reflecting. When we're talking about soul, what are you pouring in through your mind to feed your soul? I'm feeling this thing right now. So this is a healing moment for me. What are you putting listening to in your mind, or those feelings? What are you going to take to get into your soul? How deep is it going to get in your soul, right? Because again, it's the soul that's still going to remain when that body is gone. So how you feeding your soul? Now, when it talks about the body, I tell people all the time through that trauma, those different type of areas, it reflects the body as well. Why you think we have a lot of illnesses? And it may not be that pain that you have or that inflammation that you have. That could be something deep down from what you're dealing with from your past. So that goes back to reflect. It's got to start in the mind, because that light has to come on for it to transform. Then it moves down to the soul. It has to gear down into your soul. Now, the body is how you physically, you're moving, but also you might have some stored up trauma. Release it. Again, start writing that. But what happened to you didn't happen to you for a reason.
It happened for a reason.
It happened for a reason. That's right. Yeah, it happened to you for a reason. And it might not be all good. But when you're out here mad, when you're out here holding unforgiveness, that stores in the body. And then it'll reflect to the soul. It's all an alignment thing. The mind, the body, and the soul. It all works together. If one of those things is not aligned, it will trigger down and affect all the rest.
So it's all in alignment. So
Alignment.
it's important to be in alignment. I know I heard people say you got to feel like, negative situations. I know someone told me, Charlotte, you're too positive. It's not that I don't feel certain things. I process it, but for me, I got to get over it fast. That's just me. Because it used to be 2 weeks. I can remember being in a funk. Then it was a week. Then it was like 2 days. I'm like, okay, I can master this. So let me master it faster. And someone said, you're just too positive. Why? Because I'm not sitting in it. As long as another person, I just learned to deal with it fast. I already dealt with it, So how do I know you're writing, but how would you tell someone to deal with it and transform?
Resonate gratitude for your endeavors of positivity. So how are you going to be your positivity? And when I walked in that room, I tell people all the time, and this might have to hashtag this, because look, I might have to trademark this, but it's all good. I'm glad you said that about the positivity, because I shifted that room with telling them, when you walk in an essence, when you should have an aroma. He says if we representing let me say this, your higher power or God, whoever it may be that you put in there, if it represents, it's a sweet, even in the holies of holies, there was some aroma. It was a sweet aroma. Mm-hmm. So I told the people, when you walk in a room, and you might can feel it, because I'm a type of person, I can sense things when things are not right in a room. Mm-hmm. But once I get into that room, my perfume essence of aroma of positivity will shift the whole room. Mm-hmm. So when you walk into a room, I would say how to transform it. Let them smell your positivity. And that was so great that you said that, Charlotte. I love that, because that's the saying and the hashtag that I've been using ever since. Smell my positivity. Mm. There is no other way. Smell my positivity. That's it. Let that aroma scent up the room, or let it overflow, because you know what? It can change the atmosphere. Because if you're a change maker, if you're someone who transforms, if you're someone who makes an impact, let your impact smell the positivity.
Look, I would clap right there. I love it, because it's power in that, because you've been in a situation where you was not that. Just to think about the mental turmoil that was in the mind, and just imagine people get stuck there. So we don't want you guys to be stuck. Michelle has, like she said, she is a speaker. She go to conferences, and she has how many books?
Oh God, I can't even keep up. It's so many, maybe 20 plus.
20 plus. She cannot even count, because in her day-to-day life, you guys, she's making consistent impact. And when she sees there's a need, she provides the solution. And so let's talk about, I know we got this new book just came out, but let's talk about one of your books that has transformed, you had some great feedback off of, and, it opened up another door to bigger speaking engagements for you.
Okay, so the one that you talked about in October, because that's another book based upon, and this is the thing, you got to know what your calling is, because a lot of people want to do these anthologies and different things, but you got to really, really know what your calling is. So, Charlotte, we had talked about, how different people see certain things. So it was laid on my heart to ask certain people from the arenas of different areas who are healers. So the book that was called is called Daughters of Healing, Recipes and Remedies. And it's a great book where I took women, it was 12 of us who came together. Look, this is like a disciple thing. They came together. I reached out to the idea to ask them, what do you process? How did you get into the work in your realm of a healer? Now, let me say this. Let's be clear. People look at things different perspectives. I had somebody who is an Ayurvedic, who is an African-American who is trained in Ayurvedic healing using different herbs, Ayurvedic herbs, skincare. I had a licensed massage therapist. I had someone who is a shaman priestess who actually uses her voice, which can change the atmosphere. There was someone else who was an herbalist. I also had someone else. It was like different people from different arenas. I had also one who calls herself, I'm going to give them a shout out, the hugging healer. We're just taking a hug on yourself, how that can change the atmosphere. It was from a whole diverse group. I talked about the essence of changing, you know, when I was working in the healthcare field, how just getting the escape of making my own bath soap that changes the essence when you tired and you ran down and you didn't know what was going on. So how did this book transform? We have had people call us. We were out just a few minutes ago. We were in Compton, going around doing this tour, and so many of them now, one person's doing a retreat. It's just amazing because now I'm gonna tell you something. Another person wrote about parsley. I look at parsley in a whole different way as a healing herb, and it's recipes in it. I actually put in a bath salt. Bath soap that you can do is the hugging healer has a guided meditation. So it's a wonderful book, Daughters of Healing, Remedies and Recipes. Again, it's all about the mind, the body, and soul, and everybody's in there, shifted things. So talking about headaches, when I'm talking about headaches, is the headache a headache or is it something because you're tense? Mm-hmm. Is it something, and it told you about the different forms of your headaches, your migraines, and it's just good, just good.
It sounds good, like a remedy. Like if I need a remedy, I need to go to this book and see what I need. And again, don't have to be stuck. There's somebody with the solution, and they put it in a book. Thank you, Dr. Michelle.
Yeah, they put it in a book, and even one had talked about her childhood trauma, and it's Dr. Gina Walton. She had talked about the epigenetics. A lot of people don't know that terminology, but when talking about the epigenetics of how the ancestors you're calling, how even through that breakdown of the DNA, like you said, that soul stuff, that breakdown of the DNA, how does this pass along from generation to generation? So how she had to use that part of her healing, and she gave out different remedies. Another person in there, she talked about how she came up with a inflammation to remove inflammation. So it's basically stuff that we take for granted, but it's back to our roots. And you can see how the world and stuff is shifting now. And I love it when God gives me these creative things. I love it because now I'm seeing a time shift that is going to be needed, because a lot of people's not going to have medical insurance. So they're going to have to go back to the old time way. Using the herbs, using that. So one of them talked about how her grandmother passed her down. It's real. It's a good book. And then you have a daily journal and stuff in it too. You have a dream plan in that too.
Oh, sounds so good. I'm excited because, a lot of people, when you start helping people, they start, there's good and bad comes with it, right? When I say good and bad, perception about what you do and things of that nature. But I like to inspire. I'm just, it's not for that person who thinks negatively, but the people that we are inspiring. So I want to know what's next on your list to inspire the masses. You got the book coming out. Is there a retreat coming up? What do you got coming up so the people can know about it?
So actually, this week, I am actually doing a soul voyage. With this is my 15th year. I have a warm your heart, warm your mind, and warm your soul retreat every year. This is my 15-year celebration. I usually have it at a remote setting at a bed and breakfast here in Maryland. But this year, for the 15th year, I'm going on a cruise. We leave on Friday and I'm ready to go.
You mean, wait, you talking about like next Friday, this Friday coming up?
The 28th, I'm out of here, girly, out of here.
Oh my God, let's go. Okay.
But yeah, so, I done sent everybody their care packages. So one of the things that they got in their care packages, they got a stress ball. There's going to be a self-care scavenger hunt. And we got it the soul voyage because I got people, Christian Wilson, she's going to be a therapist that we're going to take a day. And then I'm going to do one. I'm actually going to do a mind, body, soul self-care kit where they'll actually write it out and write out a plan. Like, you have an action plan, like if I'm working with my clients in a recovery plan, it's like a recovery plan. Who are the 3 people that you're going to call? So there's no way from you leaving from this retreat, not knowing who you're going to call if I get in those chips and downs and stuff. But that's one of the things, but there's more workshops. There's more, retreat. My base is to do them quarterly. There will be one coming up in the fall. I haven't put all the information to it yet, but I'm excited because this is where we bring women to the space. We bring women to the space. Last year, I had a men. This was the first time that I had a male at a retreat last year, and it was phenomenal. Some men came and got healed, which was good. But yeah, I'm looking to expand it. I'm looking for offers to come and do these little healing trips and little things like that. So yes, I am all down for it because it's all about making the escape to healing.
Yes. Well, congratulations on 15 years. It just sounds good. A soul voyage. That just sounds good. Especially if people, I might be a little weird, but for people who love to heal and understand the power in our healing. And like, after we heal, like what else needs healing? I'm like, what else can I heal to feel better and to think differently about my situation? Because it's all about perspective. So it's in the eyes of the beholder, that's what I like to say. So congratulations. You guys, you definitely want to connect with Dr. Michelle because she's doing some phenomenal things. I'll be 40 this year. And so I like to ask questions so that I can, be better equipped. So one of the questions I got for you right now is, what would you tell your 40-year-old self?
Oh, so that's 15 years ago.
Okay.
So when it was my 40, what I would tell my 40-year-old self, my 40-year-old, keep living and live your life to the fullest. Keep doing what you're doing, especially I know you positive. So whatever you do, and you know what? Think outside the box. Think outside the box. Think outside the box. Keep thinking outside the box. And just master what little bits. Master and achieve and celebrate the little bits. It don't always have to be the big ones, but even the little smallest thing. Even if I got up this morning with an ache and a pain, Lord, I thank you for this pain, but this pain is not going to have me. The pain will be free today. Just those little affirmations. Make those affirmations to yourself. Do a 40-day. Do a 40-day affirmation. Oh, that's a book for you.
I just did a 40-day fast. So this was my first time ever. Me and a friend, her birthday came first. Her birthday was March 10th. So 40 days before that. So March 9th was the last day. Did my first 40-day fast. And so that was incredible. So it might be something in the works for that. Okay, another question. Okay, you have all these books. So I have a lot more books in me, but I'm like, hold up. Like, it's just, hold up. I just got this one. So what about books overlapping each other? Do you think like that, or just produce them? Because I have so many other things but I'm like, like my mind, I have to tell it like, hold up. So I write the idea out, make the outline and everything, but I haven't put it out. I'm like, I'm still in this one. And this is really good book. So what advice do you have for someone who has so many ideas, maybe in their writing or in whatever career they're in? How do they navigate or put them all together? Do they just do it or hold on to some of them?
Now, for me, I'm like Nike. I'm just like this. When he gives me the creativity, when he gives me that idea, don't hold on it because someone needs it. Someone is attached to that plan. And I don't want to be the person to have that person miss it, especially if he gave it to you. And I don't think that nothing that he gives you that you should wait on it. I mean that's just how. And 9 times out of 10, this was in the makings, but it had to draw what had to happen. And I believe he was preparing me. I just didn't see it till now. So I would say, don't hold on it. Go ahead and plan it out. Get it done because somebody needs it.
Okay, look, I just need to do it. Just do it. You said it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Oh
yeah,
my
just do it. And I can tell you 9 times out of 10, and I will tell you, most of the ones that he's given me is for a reason. And I'll tell you another thing. On April the 4th, I had partnered with this library to do. I just did something Friday night for a wellness, family wellness, education. A lot of people like, oh, I don't know about frequency. Okay, the mind, the body, and the soul. So on April 4th, I'm coming back again to teach. Let's talk stress. People are stressed out now. What a way to escape. So you see what I mean? 9 times out of 10, it's always something that'll come that is already ready to be prepared for you to have it. The Daughters of Healing thing, when that came out in October, you see what's happening. As I said before, a lot of things are getting taken away. You know, people don't know people gonna have to find these remedies, these herbs and these type of ways that in order to keep themselves in their, their minds, their bodies, and their soul together. Timing is now. So I would say, again, something is needed for that. Even from back in 2017, when I started writing. So wait a minute, it's about 8 years ago. 2017, I had a poem that I had written back in 2016. 2017, I was working for this company, face of the company, been with them for 4 years, went into work one day. They were like, oh, we getting rid of their program. I was in the process of buying a home. Get ready, the 2 weeks, get ready to sign the papers online. Of course, I couldn't get the home then because I didn't have a job. So then that was 2017 when I wrote that, right? This poem called Seize a Moment. Another journal, reflection, give you all of that. So 2020 hit. So what happened in 2020?
The pandemic.
The pandemic. I was like, you had time on your hand. I was like, what is going on? Right then, clearly, I was like, Lord, these people are frantic. They don't know what to do. People are, people didn't know from day to day what was going on. And this is 2017 when I wrote this poetry, right? He said, you already got the book. Seize the moment. Seize the moment. Write that poem. You already got your song. I was turning 50 in 2020. Matter of fact, I wrote the song, Seize the Moment, and the book. So it was taking the time out, because, you know, people say the song, one of the things is of seize the moment is, you know, it's a part of it that it says, seize a moment to inspire. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do, you know. Yeah.
I
Wake
love
up your soul, energy, you know, that's what it is. The reflection of a great goal, a smile, a hug to the one who's at their last state. Just give that. It can change and make them awake. So that's how to seize a moment. Didn't know, but that's how it was. I acted, moved on it. So.
Oh, I love it. Oh my God, you are dropping so many gems. So much greatness, and I'm so glad you did your other talent. Oh my God, I have that. I'm definitely going to share that in the reel. That is going to be coming soon.
Yeah. So yeah, it's you gotta, and that's on YouTube. I didn't even say that. That's why I say it's so many, and I thank God, because not too many people he gives that gift of all the many things too. So I'm truly blessed that he uses me in that capacity, whether it's through the voice, whether it's through your writing, whatever it is. I'm so grateful for that. You know, I'm getting chills just sitting up here talking about it right now, because that is what you do. You impact. You make the impact. You use the tools and the resources that he gives you. And I mean, it's always about inspiration for me, changing the narrative of negativity to positive. It's so much stuff in the world right now. And I even talk about it now. I'm like, I see what's going on in the world. We know that if we are people of faith, we know that these things are going to come. So what we should be doing is looking up. Right? We should be looking up, but stop feeding into this one here, that one there every day. Where is your positivity in that? No, you know, again, if our people would humble themselves, then a lot of this will be taken away. We know this stuff was going to come. We know that this was going to come, but it's how you choose to let it interfere within your realm and in your circle. Because I tell people all the time, let me do a little demonstration and let the audience who would watch this. Imagine yourself inside of a circle. In the middle, in the center of the circle, north, east, south, west, northeast, southwest, southeast. However, it's how you get closer to the end out that side that circle. Even when you don't step outside that circle, you don't let nothing else come within your circle.
I like that. I like that. Look, I'm still in it. I'm not. You have to have that moment. Processing it. Yes. Oh my God, this has been so great. What else would you leave the audience with? Someone that's out there who wants healing and they need to journal, or someone who know they have a book in them, another book in them, and hey, what else would you tell a person that's watching, a man or woman, how to overcome those obstacles in their life?
I have a thing in my counselor's office where some of the clients I always got to give them a little visuals thing. Just remember, if you got that book, first, one thing is, don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing your best. And what is your best? Believing, everything, sensitive, for transformation.
Did y'all hear that? Oh my God. Don't be hard on yourself. Oh my God. I love it. I am so in love. This is so good. This is, thank you. Thank you. This was for me. If nobody else get anything, I know there is though, but this was really great. Thank you for taking the time, doing your time in the space that you're in, and coming on here. I really appreciate it. How can someone get the book? And how can they follow you on social media platform?
So you can follow me as Michelle Boulden-Hammond on my Facebook, or you can look up my Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul, the Trilogy Wellness on Facebook. And my Instagram is Upfront Mind, Body. And you can actually reach out to me, email me at upfront, M as in Mike, B as in boy, S as in Sam @gmail.com.
Okay.